picture behind me? This isn't a number for us. This is a real person. And we're heartbroken. And the pain and sorrow that we feel is, can't express it.
Heartbreak and devastation as a community mourns the loss of a hero. Mooresville K-9 officer Jordan Sheldon was killed in the line of duty last night. Now officials, police, and the community are coming together to support one another and honor the life taken too soon. And that support continues to grow. This is a live look at a memorial for Officer Sheldon outside the police department. You can see that vehicle covered in flowers, flags, a sign of love for the fallen officer. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm Liz Foster. These beautiful pictures show a man proud to protect his community, along with his K-9 partner, Ramon. The two were together last night on a traffic stop when Officer Sheldon was shot. We have a team of reporters following developments on this tragic shooting and the support from the community backing the officers who protect them. We start with Eyewitness News reporter Brianna Harper at the police department, where people have been coming for hours to honor Sheldon. Brianna, how are people processing this tragic loss?
Well, Liz, I can tell you there is a lot of love out here despite those feelings of heartbreak. If you take a look behind me, you can see this sign left behind with messages of encouragement and thanks from the police department and the community as they work through this tremendous loss together. A hero now being celebrated as a community. You can take a look. This police cruiser at Mooresville Police Department nearly unrecognizable now that it's covered in flowers, cards, and the thin blue flag to honor Officer Jordan Sheldon's ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. We're told it's been 45 years since the town of Mooresville lost one of its officers in such a tragic way. Now everyone in the community seems to be processing this loss with the comfort of each other.
You see it in the news all the time, but when it's this close to home, it just hits on a totally different level.
Just knowing that this was their brother, I just want to say I'm just so sorry for his family and the town family and everyone involved. It's just so senseless what happened.
And earlier this afternoon, the Billy Graham response team was stationed at the Mooresville McDonald's offering support and counseling to not only officers but also members of the community. I'm told that same type of support will continue tonight during a vigil at the Mooresville Commons area beginning at 8:30, and any and everyone is encouraged to come out. Liz?
Glad to see that community support. Thanks, Brianna. The town of Mooresville posted this tweet that reads, "The Mooresville Police Department thanks you for the outpouring of support we're already receiving from the community and fellow law enforcement agencies. We appreciate the flowers and comments." At an emotional news conference this morning, Police Chief Damon Williams said Officer Sheldon was in the middle of a traffic stop when the suspect shot him. Sheldon was rushed to the hospital where he died. Police say they found the suspect in a nearby apartment, and the suspect had already taken his own life. Police don't know a motive. They say the suspect had prior issues with police, but nothing violent.
We're angry, we're hurt, we're sad. There's a roller coaster of emotions that we're dealing with this morning.
The chief says Sheldon was wearing a body camera, and investigators are reviewing that video right now. After the shooting, police swarmed the nearby apartment complex where they believed the suspect was hiding. People living at Mooresville Station Apartments say they were forced to evacuate. They described their fears to Eyewitness News reporter Stephanie Tinoco. Stephanie, they're trying to make sense of what happened too.
Liz, the people I spoke to told me they were in bed when they heard a gunshot, and it's scary enough for an adult, but I'm told multiple children live in the building that turned into a crime scene.
I had a hard time going to sleep. Every little noise I heard, I fling my eyes right back open.
This mom told me she hasn't been the same after what she lived through last night.
All of a sudden, I heard a loud bang. So I started getting all like panicky and shaking.
She heard the gunshot. Police later confirmed when the suspect took his own life after killing Mooresville Police K-9 officer Jordan Sheldon during a routine traffic stop Saturday night. The motive is under investigation.
It's heartbreaking.
People who live at the Mooresville Station Apartments told me they had to evacuate their units with their small children while detectives worked through this case for hours.
Everybody from this building, everybody.
This community, all the apartments have lots of kids.
Even this morning, this mother was afraid there may have been a lingering threat.
It's hard. I just told my son this morning, like, this is why I tell you to stay close by to me, because you don't know.
Police say there is no longer a threat to this community. Neighbors told me the selfless work Officer Sheldon completed on Earth will never be forgotten.
It's heartbreaking. I feel for the family, all the officers. It's just, it really hurts.
Well, right now there are local and state agencies assisting with the investigation, and a spokesperson told me that Officer Sheldon's autopsy report should be available tomorrow. Liz?
And Stephanie, you were at that press conference earlier. I can only imagine how Sheldon's fellow officers are doing.
Well, the chief said there really aren't any words to express how they feel. I mean, Officer Sheldon served with dignity, and the truth is they're hurting. Officers responded or returned to work early this morning because they're dedicated to protect and serve the people of Mooresville. We're told that Huntersville police will be assisting them to respond to those calls tonight. Liz?
All right, thank you so much, Stephanie. Mooresville Mayor Miles Atkins was very emotional at the news conference. He urged the community to come out and embrace all of the men and women in the department who are still going to work every day to protect them. He commended the chief and the department for working through this very difficult time.
Utterly devastated. That's the only word I can really think about to describe how so many of us are feeling in this community.
He said the community is strong and will be resilient in this time of tragedy. Officer Sheldon was just 32 years old. He worked with the Mooresville Police Department for 6 years, serving his community. Of course, officers put themselves in danger every single day. In fact, just last November, Officer Sheldon responded to a call about a suspicious van at a fire station. Police say he shot at a man who drove that U-Haul van at him. Sheldon was placed on leave, which is standard in officer-involved shootings, and of course later returned to his job. The governor is joining people across the country right now mourning Sheldon's death. He tweeted, "I have spoken with Chief Damon Williams to convey condolences from all North Carolinians and to offer any assistance." It's been 45 years since the town of Mooresville lost an officer in such a tragic way. In April 1974, Lieutenant Larry Barger was killed while trying to settle an argument between a married couple on Highway 115. Police say the husband shot Barger in the back. Despite several major operations, he died 3 months later. He was 36 years old. This is a very difficult tragedy for us to report, and there are still so many unanswered questions. For the very latest on this developing situation, head to our WSOC TV mobile app. It's free in your app store.